This truly is to find out who is the best grappler in the heavyweight division. Is it Nicky Rod, the CJI champion, or is it Kenta Duarte, the ADCC double gold champion? We'll find out here in just a few moments. Here we go. This is the match that everyone's been waiting for since last August. Nicky Rod, black and orange rash guard short combination. Kenta Duarte.
So on the collar tie there. Heavy on the head, kind of needs to peel that off at the wrist or get on the elbow. So you can see Nicky Rod's really making him walk around.
Kenta Duarte training at Atos Jiu-Jitsu. Obviously student of Andre Galvão. He's got such a huge gym there. Just tons of good talent coming out of Atos. Atos from all over the world, even in Australia. Shout out to Jake O'Driscoll.
So what I think what Kenan really needs to watch out for here is if Nicky Rod can get around behind him from the standing position. He's very fast. Those little collar ties could easily turn into ducks and singles and doubles that he can get around behind Kenan from the feet, and that's I think would be what Kenan needs to be very cautious of.
You know, Kenta said in the press conference he wasn't really too impressed by Nicky Rod, by his wrestling. You know, he said he's got good wrestling for going against jiu-jitsu guys, but he doesn't think it's good enough to take him down.
He's fast, though. He's very, very explosive. That's what I mean. If he's...
And man, is he looking leaner than ever.
But like we mentioned before, Kenan has a very good arm and guillotine.
Yeah.
So...
So if you know that you can't shoot doubles and you got to be careful with your singles because you know you're going to have the threat of the arm and guillotine, what sort of attacks would you be encouraging Nicky Rod to go for?
Yeah, you can shoot him. You just have to be very good at making sure that you're in the right position once you land. And that's the one thing that Kenan has demonstrated in the past is that even if guys have gotten into decent position, he's still able to finish them, even if the head is not on the bottom side. So ducks and things like this where the head can come around, up and around the back, not just stay on the hip. But
see in the corner of Kenta Duarte, Andre Galvão, one of the greatest grapplers of all time, multiple-time ADCC Superfight champion. And Kenta Duarte's got a nice single leg, taking Nicky Rod down, gets to the back.
Beautiful. That was beautiful. That was a very nice single leg. He went around the waist, put Nicky down. He's got to be careful he doesn't get tipped over. Whoa, and
nice,
those are him off here.
Nice escape there by Nicky Rod. Kenta gets Nicky Rod back down to the mat. Nicky Rod up, and Nicky Rod trying to roll out now, trying to attack the legs of Kenta Duarte. Kenta Duarte gets to the back, gets both hooks in. Nicky Rod trying to escape.
It's almost, he's going to spin out of this, so kind of, that's a good decision. Trying to get in under hook, try to hip heist out at least to get to the turtle, which is a good decision there, instead of trying to stay on the back. What a great bunch of sets of movement that just happened right
absolutely.
there. Kind of did some great stuff, body locked and took the inside with the leg and was able to put Nicky Rod's hands back to the mat. A lot of great stuff.
It's B-Team versus Atos here in Austin, Texas. Talk about the training room of Kenta Duarte. Nicky Rod's got one of the best training rooms in the world.
Absolutely. Ken is very good here. Yes, he already likes to sweep out that foot. He's very good with that technique of getting the leg out, and then throwing a hook in.
Nice little roll out there. Now inside the... He's got Nicky Rod on his back. And this is where Kenta thrives in this, you know, tons of pressure. You know, he might post up with his feet. As you saw that with Roberto, who's really, really just steamrolling him from this position. See in the corner of Nick Rodriguez, Nicky Ryan, who's #1 veteran. He's recovering from a knee surgery. Damian Anderson as well from the B team. And their new, one of their new head coaches, Dima, as well. We mentioned these two, they've competed before. First time ADCC 2019, and a much different matchup than then. And of course they fought in a fight to win almost like a couple weeks after ADCC. Kainen's got, 6 matches here.
And this is sort of where Kainen really likes to be.
Yeah, right in this position.
Yep. He's going to try to wear down Nicky Rod up. He has a nice little push. He shoves the knee through. Now we're full body butterfly guard.
Kainen Duarte, 4-2 at Who's Number One. Wins recently a big win over Roberto Jimenez. Has a big win over Rodolfo Vieira, Kyle Bain, Giancarlo Bodoni. Nicky Rod, big win over Yuri Samoas back in the day. He's competed a lot at Who's Number One against some big guys too. Victor Hugo would be one of them.
Yeah, this is a good pass there. That's a good move if Nicky Rod can get free. And he does.
Almost smashing into our table here, Sean Williams.
Would not surprise me, buddy.
And we've talked about this before. Nicky Rod, we're really seeing a new version of Nick. Oh, look at that takedown. And Nicky Rodriguez takes Kainen Duarte down.
Yeah, locked his hands, a nice body lock, and now he may mount him right here. He's very close to mounting him. He's got an excellent position. There he goes. Kainen's got to get his arms underneath the waist here. He's got a bad position with his arms. He needs to get that left arm under the waist. Yeah, this is Katagatami's going to be coming very, very quickly here. Kainen needs to get that left arm going. It's either go and assist underneath the armpit to get the right arm back or across the waist. But he's got to start using this left arm better. Bridge up to the right side and free the elbow.
The $1 million grappler, Nick Rodriguez, now mounted on top of Kainen Duarte. The current ADCC champion.
Yeah, Kainen needs to get the forearms underneath. I don't believe he's going to be able to catch Nicky Rod on the bridge, even if it's a combination. And it's going to risk Katagatami. Yep, it's coming. So Kainen's left arm isn't behaving well. Needs to get under the waist and go get either underneath the far armpit to help him wedge out his right arm with the bridge to the right corner, or through the waist as a frame. But that left arm above the shoulder says to me that Kainen's a little tired, and that pressure is really bothering him.
How can he bring that how can he bring that right arm back in, Sean?
He's got to bridge to the other side. The left arm needs to come under the body and either to the waist or to Nicky Rod's left armpit to go and somewhat like connect your hands or like wedge your hand out and bridge to the right corner. Yeah, he's just not operating. His left hand is not operating well right now. So he's going to get stuck in here. There, his left arm's underneath now. He's going to need to move it up to the bicep if he's going to bridge it out. There he goes. Now he's starting to operate well, but he comes back out to the shoulder. That's just going to delay the inevitable if he's. Now it's really not good holding onto the arms. There's the left arm's doing better now. He's going to try to stiff arm the hip, but his right arm's a little bit lower. Now he could bridge and get out. He could get out now if he bridged hard to the right and then used a kipping escape. He might be able to get out now, not anymore. You see the hips. Why I'm saying that is you see Nicky Rod's rest right back down on the ground. That means that Kainen lost that stiff arm.
Double underhooks here. Nicky Rod just completely changing the situation here in this match. Just in such a dominant position here.
Yeah, he needs to get that stuff. That's a good position, but even better would be, because he's not able to get that right arm out, is even better would be put the arm underneath and go get up under the armpit and assist your hand out. He's got double underhook, so Kenan will have to bridge one side or the other to get one of those elbows free.
Just over 5 minutes left in this matchup. Nicky Rod, fully mounted, dominating from the top.
Yeah, that's bothering him, the smother there. It's better with the left arm now. They're starting to get better now. Again, but he's got the position. So Kenan, once he gets his position, he's gonna have to go. He can't, you know, just sitting here. He can't just sit there and wait, because then Nicky Rod just digs the underhooks again.
Four and a half left. Kind of Duarte's got to do something to escape this position.
Shoulders looking good there, or it was for Nicky Rod. That.
You notice kind of Nicky Rod just continuing covering the mouth of kind of Duarte from the mount position. Rod trying to get that arm up over the head.
Yeah,
there it is again.
Yeah, he's trying to smother Kenan. And I'll tell you what, Kenan's, if he turns enough that way, he will give the Katagatame, so he's got to be careful.
Just over 3 minutes left in this match. Nicky Rod, Nick Rodriguez on top of kind of Duarte.
Yeah, now he's got his arms down, and with his overhooks, they were a better position.
Two and a half left here. How frustrating it must be to be stuck in this position here for this amount of time.
Yeah, I'm assuming at some point Kenan's going to have to, he's going to go hard, but he's waiting, I think, a little too long to get. There's the Katagatame. See that? I mean, if he bridges towards the face, that's going to be Katagatame. I think he realized that, tried to get and got the arm back over.
Nicky Rod continuing to try to finish this match. He's looking for that head and arm submission. Nick Rodriguez, you mentioned, CJI champion. Broke out performance in the 2019 ADCC West Coast Trials. Eventually went on to get 2 silvers at ADCC 2019 and 2022. And then, of course, 2024, he won the inaugural Craig Jones Invitational, where he became the first ever grappler to get $1 million prize. And it looks like he's about 55 seconds away from claiming the throne of the best grappler in the world, after dominating Kenta Duarte for this last two quarters of this matchup.
He might slide up to an S mount situation if it gets a little bit short on time. But really, I mean, Nicky's done what he essentially should be doing. I mean, he's just working on katakatame, and Kena's not able to get out, so he could do this literally for all day if he had the time.
Final 10 seconds.
There's a smother coming.
He's trying to smother him. He's trying to get the smother choke here. Will he submit Kenta Duarte? And that is it. Definitely a different match than we saw in their previous two encounters. Very different match than what we've seen before. And Nick Rodriguez, proving once again why he's one of the greatest grapplers in the world against a very, very strong and tough Kenta Duarte. We're gonna go to the official decision after we see the replay coming up here in a sec. $1 million man showing off the guns. You see that takedown earlier on by Kenta Duarte.
Yeah, it was a nice takedown, got around the back, but then finally Nicky Rod was able to get out with this Uchimata. They got taken down again, kept his calm, kept very cool, calm composure, and was able to actually hip heist out later off his back, and then turn the tides. He went single leg, double leg to the body lock, was able to keep Kenta down, and then mounted. He ended up in such a good position right there. He went to the mount, and that was it. Working katakatamis from the mount the entire time. Kenan really not able to mount any sort of escape. I mean, he was defending, but no escape at all. And very dominant performance.
Ladies and gentlemen, after 15 minutes of action, we go to the judges' scorecards for decision. All three judges see it the same, and your winner, out of the blue corner, Nicky Rodriguez!
There it is, Nicky Rod. Nick Rod.
Big John McCarthy is your referee once more for this. Green for Nick Rodriguez, orange and white for Brandon Reed.
Oh, that's smart. Nicky Rod sliding into a guard pull like that. You want to take away Brandon Reed's biggest weapon, which of course is his wrestling. And we saw it in the last CJI, that Nicky Rod, he's great at wrestling up, great at, he's got an underrated guard. That's actually the truth, you know. We all know him as an amazing wrestler. Brandon definitely has the pedigree when it comes to that, but Nicky's wrestling for jiu-jitsu is phenomenal.
And Nicky's submission game is vastly underrated. Very good submission artist when he gets his positions.
You got that little coochie there from bottom in putting Brandon on the back foot, but let's not forget, Nicky won that $1 million last year with straight subs. Like you said, Brandon, underrated, but he's shown it. Not just a rear naked choke and squeeze the face kind of guy either. He's got triangles. Yeah. He's got great front head. He's even got a leg game. We just don't often see it, but.
Well, we're going to see it now because he's going to have to try and work from the bottom, or he's going to scramble on his way up to the back potentially.
Well, even if he starts to wrestle up, he's going to have to wrestle with Brandon Reed on the way up, and that's a potential problem for him.
Brandon's got to be careful he doesn't keep backing up like that. He could get hit with a penalty. He's got to go forward. The onus is on the guard passer to
engage. There he goes.
Well, getting aggressive now, trying to stack the legs.
Staying in the double under. Gets those hips high. Yeah, he's got his hands locked together. Almost through the guard. Nicky barely saves it.
You got to love it. Brandon Reed taking it to Nick Rodriguez in the first couple of minutes here.
You know, Nicky's gone up against the big guys in his time, but
2 minutes down,
you got to be a big, strong dude to bully Nicky Rod around. And I think Brandon, if anybody can do it, it can be him. The question is, can he keep it up? And he can stay technical during that as well.
Transitioned away from wrestling in 2021 to Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu.
That's Iris, though, right? That's Iris.
Elbow passes,
Nicky not really finding any success with his guard. He's I want to come up here and test out this wrestling a little bit. See what this big boy's made of.
Yeah, I mean, it's an imposing figure to try and get anything on, a real bowling ball of a man.
A bowling ball of a man with a deep technical base.
Right, with
his
the
wrestling.
power to back it up.
It's not. He's not just a big, strong dude.
Sure.
This guy has been grappling at an incredibly high level since he was a child.
Yeah, has a lot of instructional content online. Really does have an elite folk-style pedigree.
You saw Nicky get just a quick grab on that single leg, and Brandon just absolutely denied him. Goes for that super duck, baby.
Brandon's also the second biggest guy in this entire tournament, 114.5 kilograms. Only Victor Hugo is bigger.
Yeah, and he could very well be up next if this plays out.
Yeah, Nicky Rod is not the biggest heavyweight in the world. He weighed in at 99.9 for this, so he's only like about a 40-pound weight difference between the two, even though it doesn't look it.
He's kind of always relied on being the faster heavyweight, right? That's always been his advantage. But you see from that...
just from that super duck, that might not be the case.
He's got 2 more explosions in him, Banning. Same thing. Be smart here. Be smart.
Well, there you see the people in the locker room looking on. That's Team Daisy Fresh glued to this monitor.
No big chances. More than halfway. Go after him.
He tried to wait for that single rounds with brick wall. Tried to snap down Brandon Reed. Didn't happen. I think his best opportunity is high sting.
I think he's got to try to get it. I think he's got to try to utilize what he knows about the leg lock game. Try to get underneath Brandon. I think that's really his best path to victory here.
They'll try to snap down to grab a single. There's a shot. Got to block the front headlock here. Back to the feet they come.
And it's interesting because Heath Pedigo is actually counting the kind of the shots. He reckons that Nicky Rod's only got X amount of explosions, and he's saying he's got one more. He's got one more shot.
I mean, you have to wonder how much is that for Brandon's benefit? How much is it mind games for Nicky Rod?
Nah, Heath is very astute. You know, he's got a great mind, very strategic.
Oh, big arm drag possibly, but
knows his opponents well. So he's not pulling that out of his ass.
Nice.
Oh, there we go.
That's what Nicky Rod wants. And this is where it becomes a real problem. Body triangle.
Yeah, Nick Rodriguez, body triangle here, trying to secure the submission. 2.5 minutes to work as well.
Boy, Nicky had just a flash and an opportunity to get under the chin. Hiding the hand right now in the armpit.
It was the feint that did it.
Oh, he's going to try to squeeze him out with the arm on the inside.
He might be able to do it here.
I don't think he's got it just yet.
Could go shoulder lock on that extended arm. Now across the face.
Across the face, trying to look his arm.
That's going to be
big squeeze coming.
He's going to get it.
Nicky Rod is going to get the submission here.
It came out.
Nick Rodriguez puts B-Team up 1-0.
The $1 million man does it again and sets the Thomas and Mack Arena on fire.
It was the one mistimed sprawl that cost Brandon Reed. It was the smallest of openings for Nick Rodriguez, and he's sitting down trying to recollect himself.
Dude,
build
check
that
it out,
oxygen
man.
deficit.
Man, Nicky Rod's straight back to his corner. He's in meditation mode, but there's a look at the squeeze. His rear naked choke is by far his most devastating weapon.
He held on as long as he could, right? He really didn't want to quit there.
Anything under the eyebrows is a choke, and that was right across the face.
Check out this shot of Nicky Rod over there centering himself. He's calling on his elders for strength right now,
well, I mean,
bro.
Look, he's doing the right thing, right? He's getting rhythmic breathing going. He's slowing his heart rate, trying to recollect himself. You only got 90 seconds here to recover. It's absolutely the right thing to do.
And strategically, B-Team has now taken out the big boy off of the other side, and they still got their big boy, who's the biggest of all the boys, left on the sideline in Victor Hugo.
With 2 minutes, 6 seconds remaining, the rear naked choke brings on the tap. Therefore, your winner by submission, B Team's Nicky Rod.
Well, tail of the tape for this one. Well, a little bit of graphics error there. We apologize for that, but I can assure you at 2 weight classes heavier, Nicky Rod is going to put the size advantage to use. But Kenta Iwamoto, guys, he has got the wrestling ability and he's got some physicality to try and withstand Nicky Rod.
Yeah, I mean, he was able to handle Kyle Bain yesterday, who was the plus 99 guy from 10th Planet. But taking on the big man, the $1 million grappler, Nicky Rod, different prospect entirely. Yeah, they know each other. They've trained together at B Team many, many times. That's where Kenta's based now in Austin, Texas.
Brandon, how different is it fighting a teammate in a competition for this much money on the line versus just in the training room, as Nicky Rod looks to lock up an anaconda here?
Well, I've never been in a situation with this much money on the line, so it'd be hard for me to answer. But I can tell you, I would take that head. We can go to Chipotle when it's all over and be friends, but I'm trying to get that money.
Man, Kenta is so hard to choke. He's got a very short, thick neck, and I remember the guys of the B Team telling me he's very, very difficult to strangle. I went to show there that Nicky Rod had that anaconda real deep there for a second. Wasn't able to really find the right position to finish, and Kenta was able to pull his head out. Kenta, though, was fearless and going straight in on the single very early.
So fighting for grips up top here through the first minute of this bout. Of course, the onus really on Team Australasia to try and pull something away, given the loss of the man to injury yesterday.
And listen, it doesn't matter who you are. It doesn't matter what weight class you're in. But if you're going up against Nicky Rod, the worst thing you can do is let him pick up some momentum and come at you and dictate the pace. We saw it yesterday. Brandon Reed was kind of throwing Nicky Rod around a little bit until Nicky was able to find that arm drag to the back and the finish. And Michael Pixley, well, we saw what he did to Nicky Rod in that second match. Is that if you get off first on him, that's your best chance. But that's not easy to do.
Still trading upper body ties here.
And look for the judo from Kenta. He's got fantastic foot sweeps. And he's got real nice trips, like we saw the Kuchi yesterday against Kyle Bain, too.
Yeah, 3-time trials winner is Kenta Iwamoto. Nicky Rod on a single now. And easily completes it. Looks to immediately step over.
Oh, that body lock
pass.
That's his bread and butter from this position. Immediately clears the leg into the mount.
Going downhill quick for Kenta.
Yeah, he's got a hand in blocking, but he's almost in full mount. Well, he is in mount at this point. Going to inch his way up a little bit.
And if you want to talk about anybody who's just psychologically able to flip the switch between friends and competitors, it's Nicky Rod.
Yeah, he is all business when it comes to competing. He knows it's his livelihood, it's his profession.
Solid recovery from Kenta there. And this is better because, you know, off that takedown, he landed kind of, Nicky Rod was halfway there for the body lock pass, but if Kenta can keep his legs between them, that's better. He's able to keep Nicky Rod's weight off him.
5 minutes remaining, Nicky Rod.
So guard position on the bottom for Iwamoto. He's playing that kind of loose knee shield. We're going to see some of the passing of Nicky Rod, and a leg entry for Iwamoto here.
Oh, he's got a Woj lock cooking. He's got Nicky reacting to it. He can put a lot of pressure right there. Nicky fighting desperately with those hands. Kenta's chilling. He's not stressed out yet. Nicky got all the stress where he gets his hand to the inside, he can pull it apart.
50-50 now. Look for Nicky Rod to fire back with something of his own here.
Yeah, and of course we've seen the crank he can put through a foot.
He's going to go for the Woj lock.
Of course, this is one of those positions that is going to somewhat nullify the size advantage of Nicky Rod. He doesn't really want to sit back and play in a 50-50 position.
Now he's going to look to separate the legs and high step his way out.
What a good sequence. You can see in the bottom corner of the screen there from Iwamoto. Really forced very active defense from Nick Rodriguez.
Kenta's still got a good ankle lock grip though. Okay, now it's out. High steps, just a little bunny hop out into the front headlock.
You're getting tired, Nicky Rod.
spins round to the back, runs him up against the fence, against the wall.
Oh, and he looks to go to the back now. This is going to be his bread and butter if he can get the hooks in. Looks like he's losing it though.
Nice play.
Oh, Iwamoto immediately shooting it. He's got a double. Is he going to sit it down? Nick Rodriguez tries the bottom, and he accepts the bottom position.
Listen, I would not be surprised if you see Nicky Rod go for a close guard buggy choke from this position.
Iwamoto is a dog in there.
It's not Nicky Rod's favorite place to be on bottom like this, but he has a couple tricks.
I've almost never seen him play close guard. Reminder of who's waiting in the wings there still. Fabricio Andre and Declan Moody on deck for Misfits Australia. Cranston Chen and the big man Victor Hugo for B team.
Very nice, Kenta. Keep his head against the pit. Keep the head against the pit.
And Kenta Iwamoto, for the second time in 2 days, just going straight at the big man in front of him. He did it yesterday with Kyle Bain. He was relentless, and he's doing it again against Nicky Rod.
Keep walking towards us. Perfect, perfect. Keep the head against the pit.
Well, Nicky Rod settling in a little bit here. Iwamoto trying to pass. Oh, can he free the hook? And he gets flipped.
That was a nice sweep from Nicky Rod there.
Nicky Rod, 2 minutes.
A lot of jogging for position in this match.
Looking for that row drag on top, and now he's in a great position to start body lock passing again.
And he's connected the hands.
Gotta get this
Beat the
pace
knee on the other side already.
He's so hard to stop in this position.
Well, it really was for a long time his A game. It was all you really saw from him in the passing sequences. And then when guys started to get a little bit wiser, you saw him branch out, but he's always going to go back to the well on it if he can. Into the final 90 seconds now.
Last 90 seconds to get a sub, Nicky Rod.
Kenta playing the lockdown, just trying to do anything he can to stop Nicky from passing through. Just holding on to it for dear life. Nicky pops it right open, Kenta bails.
Well, about a minute left here, and for the second time, Nicky Rod finds his way to mount.
Nice job, Kenta, saving that arm triangle. Nicky has a good triangle from the mount here, too.
Oh, good does, and there it is. This is what he used to tap out, Adam Bradley. But look at the reverse hitchhiker.
Big extension.
The reverse hitchhiker from Kenta Iwamoto, he's out. Stiff arms his way back to his feet, and he's straight back in.
He puts himself into a darce.
Well, that's the energy we like to see from Kenta Iwamoto, but Nicky Rod trying to get the $50,000 bonus here.
30 seconds.
Passes into the side, into the mount.
He's going to get one more bite, perhaps, to...
He's got 20 seconds, it's not long.
It's going to be that triangle again, he needs it. It's got to be something fast.
Big Kimura rip, perhaps, if he can wrench him up.
You gotta go for
He's going to run out of time here.
Looks like Kenta's going to do it. Oh, he time's over for the Anaconda.
One, the crowd counting it down. This time expires, and we have a double elimination. What a great match between Kenta Iwamoto and Nick Rodriguez.
That puts Australasia in a much better position moving forward. They got the big killer off the board. Yes, they lose another guy with the double elimination, but that's a big moment. That could start to turn some momentum their way, and now if they can just get these picks lined up in a way that makes sense for them, they could make a run right here.
Now this was the finishing sequence that he almost managed to snag the armbar, and Kenta Iwamoto
just, you know, looking at
Bronco.
that was a great submission attack, and Kenta did great to get out, but how do we score that round, that match? Because Kenta had some...
New Wave obviously have faith in Luke Griffith. Tail of the tape, Griffith, the slightly heavier athlete. Not by much, though, and probably not in any meaningful manner. 8 minutes on the clock.
All comes down to this. Luke's been working his wrestling. You can see he's trying that throw by right there. You got to say that Nicky Rod has the advantage when it comes to the wrestling.
Single.
Picks up the single.
Yeah, just snatches it up from distance.
Nice job kicking him out of there.
Oh.
Slide by. Luke's
nice.
on the hunt for that slide by. That's the third time he's touched it.
Yeah, not letting himself get bullied, trying to move him around. Oh, yeah, this is getting
heavy
intense.
hands.
Hey, let it get chippy.
It's $1 million on the line here.
And there's a sense of pride on the line that's not normally on the line in a match.
Yeah, listen, Luke Griffith, he wants that win back. He doesn't just want to kind of squeeze out a decision. He wants to make a statement if he can take out the $1 million man.
Oh, Nicky Rod tried to turn the corner there again. Griffith looking for that slide by.
And such a difference in the style of attacks as well. You know, Nicky Rod loves those leg attacks, traditional wrestling style. Oh, and Nicky Rod answers back with a hard clubbing.
He took exception to that. He looked over to Big John McCarthy.
Again, handsy there. Whereas Luke's style of wrestling, definitely a little bit more upper body focused.
Yeah, will we see another shot? There we go.
Shut him out again.
Good defense. This is where it gets really interesting if Nicky Rod can't get the takedown or the scramble that he wants. But we saw against Brandon Reed, right? He was on the back foot, and it took just the smallest of openings.
6 minutes to work.
Because Nicky Rod wrestles up so well. That's the thing, you know? He's adapted his wrestling kind of background to doing so from a CP guard position.
2 minutes down, 6 minutes to go, Nicky Rod. 6 minutes to go.
They've had a good chance to feel each other out now.
Yeah, Nicky Ryan has got to assume that his guys are, for the most part, behind on the judges' scorecards. For $1 million, do you really want to take a chance at the judges?
Oh, that was a nice play. Almost picked up the single. Luke shuts him out of there again. He's wrestling very well with Nicky right now.
Yeah, he is.
You can absolutely cut the tension in here with a knife, bated breath all around the packed Thomas and Mack Arena here in Las Vegas. Just 5 minutes left in this year's tournament.
5 minutes, Nicky Rod, almost halfway through. Snapping here, snapping here. Go. 5 minutes, Nicky Rod.
Oh, body lock.
Oh, gets inside.
Got to watch the big counter throw. Here he goes. Put him down.
Good takedown for
And he
Nick
lands in
Rodriguez.
exactly the position he wants to be. Straight into the side control.
What a sequence from Nicky Rod. Firmly on the front foot here.
He's got to find a way to put him away, though. He has to find a way to submit.
Listen, if Nicky Rod can get his back, he can choke out anybody in the world.
Or if Nicky could get a 10-8 round.
That could possibly do it, but he's going to be on the hunt for the finish.
Oh, my God.
Wow.
Could you imagine?
You know, Nicky Rod knows what a buggy choke looks like. Of course, training with his brother, J-Rod, he's been on the receiving end of plenty of those.
Rodriguez, really tight waist grip here. Not trying to give up.
He hasn't let it go yet. He hasn't changed his grips. He's not climbing up the upper body yet.
Gotta start to work. Let's
And
go.
Luke is disciplined with his frames. Now the left hand is free. He's searching for crossface, possible elbow control.
Great control of the inside space on the left by Griffith.
Perfect. Perfect defensive position from Griffith here.
Now the cross frame still with that tight elbow.
Just like to see Griffith maybe work on his side a little more.
3.5 minutes left, and Nick Rodriguez has got to start trying to open something up here.
Just 3 minutes to work. Breathing, staying calm.
And just heard one of the B team corner, I think it was Damien, say he's going to play perfectly defensive.
Yeah, I mean, you know, why not? Although we've got to think about stalling calls coming in here as well. 2.5 minutes left.
Front heads, front heads, front heads.
Oh, that's
Oh, my
good.
goodness.
That's good for Rod. Now he's in a really good position to start opening up the attacks.
He's going to try to use his knees to pin down one of those arms.
Yeah, he laces the arm through, trying to turn the corner here. Stay just off the angle.
And Felipe Pena was able to snag an arm and hit that arm bar in the semi-final.
Yeah, you got to wonder, is there any damage
that
on
was
the arm
a very
as well?
tired Luke Griffith, who'd just come off a match against Diego Pato.
2:20 left. Anxious moments here. Every second ticking away.
Just over 2 minutes left in this match.
He's breaking, Nicky Rod. You got 2 minutes
Well,
to sub him.
Nicky Ryan has said you have 2 minutes to sub him, so he's making it very clear what is at stake here. But it's one of those things you kind of have to have urgency, but you can't rush because the smallest gap,
50, Nicky Rod.
he's going to reset the entire position.
Well, and you got to start thinking about hunting for submissions that can come on quick.
You can sub
If you're
him,
thinking
Nicky
I'm going
Rod.
to get to his back here in this last minute and a half,
Hand fight for 30 seconds.
and close it out, that's a tough proposition. If you're thinking I'm going to get to a mounted arm triangle, that's a tough proposition.
You got 90 seconds, Nicky Rod. 90 seconds. Get to the back, possibly. Underneath the arms.
I think he's got to try to get him up on his side and try to hunt for the Darce.
Surprised we haven't seen him maybe work for the mount either.
It's right there.
Into
Get
the
behind that
final
elbow.
minute. Nicky Rod's got to try and snatch something here, or it could be the judge's decision.
Oh, he's behind the elbow.
Wave.
He's behind the elbow. There's the Darce, maybe.
Oh, he's trying to get the arm through.
If he can use his hips to peel the elbow open, he could cook something up right here.
He has got a grip, 40 seconds.
Got to watch the counter back take. Oh, he's got the figure
for the
four.
front.
Oh my God, with 30 seconds to go.
He is going to
can squeeze it out.
everything he's got.
He could do it, but as long as Luke stays flat, it's going to be really hard to finish him. He needs to get him up on his side. He has to
He's
bail.
giving the grip up.
All the way to mount.
Goes to mount.
20 seconds left.
Is this enough to turn it to a
Griffith is
10-8
bucking.
round? He's going to pop this triangle.
14 seconds, Griffith scrambles out. Oh, this is going to do it. We're going to go to another elimination and the judges' scorecards to decide it all. Time expires.
Well, that is razor thin. The margins, if you add up all 5 matches, we're going to get a judge's decision. And you can clearly say a couple of the matches, one way or the other, some not so close. But then the ones that we definitely know somebody won, were they 10-9s, were they 10-8s?